Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Friedman here, and today we are going to try something a little bit different. We're attacking Standard, and I want to play a fun deck. I don't want to just play vehicles. I definitely don't want to just play any Aetherworks Marvel nonsense or a dumb control deck. And I like the blue-white flash decks, but I think that we can do a little bit better. And as such, I, of course, decide that I want to have Eldrazi Displacer in my deck, because I think Eldrazi Displacer is an awesome card. So here, let's just hop right into the list. We've got some Aether Hubs, which are a key part of the mana base, allowing us to cast our Spatial Contortions and our Thought-Knot Seers appropriately. We've got, obviously, a set of Evolving Wilds with the requisite 4 islands, 5 plains, and 1 wastes to go get. We've got a pretty standard mana base with some Prairie streams and 1 Sea Gate Wreckage to help us draw more cards if we are running low. We have, now let's get to the bread and butter, the actual spells of the deck. For Thraben Inspector. It's important because it lets us get an early body on the board that can activate our Smuggler's Copters. But it's also important because with Panharmonicon, we get extra clues, which is kind of nice. We have 3 Hedron Crawlers, and it's something I'm trying out. I don't really know how effective it's going to be, but I have seen a lot of people trying to use Servant of the Conduit as a 2-mana producing creature in some of the multicolored Eldrazi lists that I've seen floating around, especially Shootout to Cow's Sultai Eldrazi list. So we're going to try the Crawler. Of course, we have Smuggler's Copter in our deck. The card is very, very, very good, and it's going to be a mainstay in Standard as long as it's legal. Pick up your set now because you're probably going to play it in almost any deck you can develop. 4 Spatial Contortions, that's our cheap removal. We might need more than just that, I'm not sure, but we're starting with 4. We've obviously got Eldrazi Displacer and Reflector Mage as 4 ofs in our 3-drop slot, which is kind of nice. Reflector Mage and Eldrazi Displacer provide a lot of crowd control, and together they work beautifully. We've got 3 Spell Quellers in the main deck. I think, obviously, the card is quite good, but I didn't have quite enough space to fit in everything that I wanted, and Spell Queller is the spell that I least want to draw multiple copies of, because I don't want it clogging up my hand and me not being able to play a spell on turn 3 because I want to hold it up in a reactive manner. Then the opponent could just not cast a spell and leave me kind of spinning my wheels, not making the best use of my turns. It's possible, of course, that I should switch some of these numbers around to play the 4th. This is what testing will bear out. We have 4 Thought-Knot Seers. I think Thought-Knot Seer is an excellent card, and I think it's reasonably well positioned in Standard right now. And I think that it will help us against control as well as combo matchups. And it's a pretty big body to get on board pretty quickly, although with vehicles decks operating with cards like Cultivator's Caravan, it might not be big enough. We will see. Then, obviously, we've got Panharmonicon, which combines very, very well with Cloudblazer. Cloudblazer loves Panharmonicon. Cloudblazer loves Eldrazi Displacer. And that's kind of the whole point of this deck, is we are having Cloudblazer be used to maximum effectiveness. We also have 2 copies of Drowner of Hope as our top end. Drowner of Hope is kind of nice with Eldrazi Displacer, as we all know from modern Bant Eldrazi. And incidentally, Drowner of Hope and Eldrazi Displacer combine very well with Panharmonicon for the complete infinite combo. You get to make an unlimited number of Eldrazi Scions. You get to blink out your opponent's entire board. You get to attack with your unlimited number of Eldrazi Scions. You also get to blink Thought-Knot Seer an unlimited number of times. So very, very nice. When you blink Thought-Knot Seer over and over and over again, your opponent will draw their deck. So let's hop over to the sideboard real quick. This is a very, very basic sideboard. We have the 4th Spell Queller, 2 Summary Dismissals, 4 Negates. This is our control package, and we've got 3 Blessed Alliance, 3 Skywhaler shot, and 2 Immolating Glare. That's our aggro package, and I'm not really sure exactly if all these numbers are optimal, but I'm willing to try them out. Certainly, it's possible that if we're boarding out all of our Spatial Contortions and all of our Reflector Mages against control, we actually need an 8th card to board in there, and we could play only 7 sideboard cards against the aggro decks. But against aggro, we also have a decent amount we want to sideboard out. I'm not sure, but we're going to try it out. This is a very rough draft list, and I think that it has something there, so I am excited to battle.